Hey Pilates Party People, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline, a certified Pilates and yoga teacher. Today's practice is part of your beginner series. We'll have the short box on your reformer to start, and we'll have your ring just by your side. I have heavy weighted spring loads, and I have one heavy, one medium, one light spring. Foot bar is lifted. In today's practice, we're going to break dance it to face the front of your reformer for your seated footwork. If you need a non-stick grip for your bum, you're more than welcome to lay it underneath. Otherwise, hands just at the front of the box. Sitting up nice and tall, press the palms of the hands into the box as you reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling to the stars. Flick the tail behind you and exhale, nod the chin. Just into a neutral position, pressing the head slightly back. One foot and then the other toes are going to wrap around the foot bar, heels together. You find a diamond shape through the leg, so knees slightly out to the side over the second to third toe. Click the heels together like you mean it. Keep pressing through the palms of the hands. Keep that strength. As you press out nice and long through those legs, zippering up the inner thighs. Inhale to fold. Exhale to press. You can look down at the toes. You can look out in front of you. Keep the spine long. Keep pressing to the palms of the hands. Press out this time to pause. Roll the heels under on the inhale. Exhale to lift. Inhale to fold. That's that extra layer. Press, roll. Keep the toes wrapped. Lift and fold. As you press out nice and long, feel like your coat or your jacket zipper is zipping up, rolling under, reaching up, then we fold the knees out. So hug those inner thighs. Feel those adductors starting to work. Last one. Folding in. Keep that strength in the spine. We're going to find a single arm reaching up into that first position. Elbow nice and bent. Soften through the fingers. Reach the spine. So pressing with that other hand into the mat or into the box. Reach. Roll those heels, lift, folding in. If it feels good with one and you want to alternate, you're more than welcome to, or both hands interlace softly in front of you. Press out, heels down, press out, fold in. Keep the length to the spine. Keep breathing. Imagine you have a bubble in between the arms. If you want to get a little bit more jazzy, we have 4 more, and for those 4, you can spice it up with the arms. As you exhale, press out. Inhale, roll under with the heels, overhead with the arms. Lift everything back and fold back in. Press. 5th position with the arms, heels under, lift, and roll back in. Last one. And fold back in. Roll those shoulders. Feet come back onto the carriage or onto the platform, depending on how those knees feel. Sitting up as tall as you can. Let's reach the crown of the head, the tops of the ears to the ceiling, to the sky. Taking the opposite hand onto the opposite outside of the knee, reaching the other arm behind you, as if you're looking over your shoulder in your car. Return to look over the shoulder, rotating through the ribs, keeping the hips nice and still. Maybe you press into the back of the box to find a deeper rotation on the exhale. Inhale, let's check the back of our car on the other side. Rotate through. Keep the spine long. Every exhale, maybe get a little deeper into that twist. One more time on either side. Taking the hand, pressing it in, almost bringing out that exhale and turning a little bit more. Maybe look at the risers as you inhale, draw back to center, exhale to turn. Back to center. Now you're more than welcome to safely step off of your reformer. Otherwise, we're just going to change our springs to one blue spring or that is one medium spring. Turning all the way around, again, you can lift up, step to the side, or you can sleepily draw on to the back side of your reformer. Still seated on that box or coming for another seat on that box, feet are on the headrest. Grab a hold of those straps in front of you, almost as if they're reins. Thumb is facing up, rolling the shoulders up, back and down, reach the crown. So, flick the tail behind you, drop the lowest ribs towards the front of the hips, keep that closure rib-hip connection, or hip connection apparently. Then we'll pull back on the reins. Elbows draw past the waistline, hugging towards that foot bar. Inhale, release. Now it's slow and controlled. Use that whole exhale and that whole inhale. Last two. Last one. Keep smiling through the collarbones. Releasing all the way, nice and long. This time, the elbows pause at the waistline. Elbows staying nice and still, as if you're holding $200 bills, 100 under one arm, the other 100 under the elbow, rolling through, opening out to the side, and drawing back to center. Keep the elbows right where they are, open, give the thumbs up to the side. Imagine those elbows like door hinges. We open out, keeping the arm nice and long, nice and strong. This time we pause in that reach out. If it feels good, we start to punch out at that V stance. Elbow in, other side, reach, and in. Maybe double arm or continue side to side. Keep that carriage as still as you can. Keep those shoulders as low as you can. The crown of the head, the neck space as long. And keep breathing here. Last one. Elbows draw into the waistline. As you close the door and draw back to center. Rotation. Now I like to, what they call, choke the chain a little bit more. And I have these little triangles at the top of my strap. If you want a little bit more, take the captain hook finger, index finger, and that middle finger into those triangles. Otherwise, you can just wrap those arms and wrap those hands around. Palms facing in towards one another. Keep those thumbs up going. Reach to the crown. Exhale, rotate. Follow that elbow crease all the way back. And then draw back to center. It feels like the ribs are opening to the side of the room. And center. Let the ribs spiral so you feel the front of the ribs or the opening between the two sides of the ribs. Sweep to the side. Back to center. Sweep to the side, keeping those hips square. Last two rotations here. Once you've evened out the sides, take a pause through center. As always, this is optional, but if those shoulders are not feeling so great today, definitely keep going with that rotation. If you want to go ahead and reach those arms overhead, exhale, reach those arms up, palms facing towards the risers, and roll down. Now it's easy enough to start to lean back and use that body to lean back. We're going to keep those arms and the torso nice and long. So reach the crown up to the ceiling, just those arms reach up like you're cheering for your favorite team, and slowly rolling down. I went to one sports game here. We have a new stadium in town and I went. Now everything, such a into the sport vibe. Just kidding. I know how to cheer though. Last one. And take those straps back into their rests. Staying on this side of your reformer, extension. Hands come to the front of the box like we're used to. We have that folding situation to the front of the hip crease, so So drop the lowest rib towards the front of the hips, but still flip the tail behind you instead of rounding through the tail. Use the stabilizing muscles of the spine to really activate and really find that nice, strong seated position. Exhale, we'll press into the box, just the chest plate, just the chest. Lift up to the ceiling, to the sky. And then exhale, slowly draw back to center. And I'm not talking just the neck and the head, roll up. Imagine a rib cage like a wheel, and we roll that wheel and point it towards the ceiling with keeping their shoulders nice and soft. And the head wheel and the neck space, they just follow. So we roll that rib wheel and our gaze starts to lift up just to the point where that rib wheel pauses. And then slowly draw down. We're still pressing through the palms of the hands. Exhale. Awesome work. We'll work more into that space by taking those straps once again. Chest expansion. We do have those boxes, and sometimes, if your box is like mine, it's a little bit overhanging. So we'll account for that. As you exhale, press onto either side of the box, reaching back as if you're giving a low five to someone. As you inhale, look towards one side with keeping your shoulders nice and still. Back to center. Over to the other side. Back to center. One more time. And release. Chest expansion one more time. So account for those boxes being a little different in size. Press back as far as you can now that you know what's going on. And rotate on the exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over to the side. We'll do that one more time. Maybe press back a few inches more. Draw to the side on the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and release. Whew, that always humbles me. Take those straps back to their home base. When we sit to the side of our reformer, again, you're more than welcome to come off that box, or I'm going to pretend today that the floor is lava. And that is just a choice I'm making. And I know it's definitely not lava, and that's okay. We're going to use that ring. So take a hold of that ring, take a hold of every single spring. I want all your springs on deck so that carriage will not move. Take your strap in front. We're going to take both feet under that strap. So both feet under that strap. Now we work to this point, making sure you pull that strap. It feels nice and safe, nice and secure. You have all your springs on so that carriage is not moving. You have your ring off to your side. Press those feet to either side of that strap. I want you to feel an expansion through the back of the legs and the outside of the legs. So we're really feeling those outside of the legs working, outside legs. Scoot your bum to the front of your box and take that ring into hand. Option here to have your ring in between both hands, depending on what ring. Sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable. Just to take that ring to the chest, just under the chest, and clasp those hands around. Now, if it doesn't feel good, take that ring just either side. Maybe it looks like this. On the exhale, scoop the tail, roll down into a C shape. Now, if you flatten out, you might have gone too far. So it really works if you have a mirror as well. Press to the other side of those feet. Take an inhale to the back of the body. Back the ribs, expand. Exhale, roll the shoulders over the ribs. Inhale, rising up with the tail behind you. Exhale, scoop the tail, rolling down into that C. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back up. Inhale. We'll add rotation. Rotate to one side, making sure the hips stay square. And as you rotate to one side, sometimes that opposite hip likes to come up. Let's drop it down. And then roll down with that rotation, keeping that opposite hip nice and heavy. Inhale the bottom, still expanding through the back of the ribs. Exhale, roll the shoulders over the hips. Inhale to rise to the other side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. One more time, keeping that opposite hip nice and heavy, rolling down with that rotation. Rolling back up. Inhale. Through center. We exhale, rotate, roll down. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. And inhale back to center. We had a nice rotation there, as well as we found a little bit more into those deep core muscles. This time we go down through center, rolling off the sit bones. Maybe draw that ring a little closer, dropping the lowest rib, but soften the shoulders. Take a nice inhale through the back of the ribs. And as you exhale, roll those shoulders over the hips, lifting through. We'll stay low this round, rolling down. Find that C curve that you can maintain. Maybe it's a little shallower, maybe it's a little deeper. Challenge yourself here. Drop that lowest rib down, fan out to the back of the ribs. Feel as if the rib wheel is just rolling down and the base of the ribs draw towards the belly button. Shoulders are still nice and soft. We're just taking a big, beautiful breath here through the back of the ribs. Exhaling, dipping a little lower, finding a deeper C curve. Continuing with that inhale and exhale. It doesn't get easier. You find that breath. You work through it. Last breath. Exhale, rolling all the way up. Inhale to reach the top. Whew. Tuck that ring off to the side. Now I can't pretend that the floor is lava any longer. We will all step off of our reformer in the box. Taking that box and just taking it to the side of your reformer, just out of the way. So maybe towards that back well. As for the springs, we do not need all the springs this round. Taking one medium spring for that blue spring back. That's one medium spring for your lunge series. Take a hold of that ring, and then we'll step to the outside. Outside leg right up against that reformer. Inside heel up against the shoulder rest. Knees are nice and parallel, so we might have to do that funky dance just to step back. Hands are on that ring. Otherwise, if you need the support or want the support of that foot bar, you're more than welcome to it. Of course, at all times, this is your practice. Fold into that seated position. Imagine someone pulling that seat behind you. Drop the lowest rib down as you roll those shoulders back. Press as you exhale. Inhale to fold. We stay low, we exhale to press. Inhale to fold. Starting strong with our scooter. Looking down to the knee, or if you have a mirror in front, looking into that mirror, making sure you're pressing the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and the heel generously into the mat. Tripod press. Those hips are nice and square, especially that kick back hip. Likes to roll back with that thigh, roll it forward, square it off. The rib hip connection is still there as you roll the shoulders back. Now if you want a little bit more, reach the ring, give it a squeeze, soften as you fold in. Exhale to press, squeeze, and fold in. We have 3 more. Keep breathing. And rise all the way up, off that seat. Shake out those legs. Give them a little dance. We are stepping on that reformer, stepping onto the platform first. Always the platform first. Stable movement, and then we have that unstable movement. Feet are nice and parallel, which means that they're pointing towards whatever is in front of you. We have that ring in hand, and of course you can always take it under the bra line. As you exhale, imagine scales under the feet, and we press equally through those scales, reaching out nice and long, pressing through. Reach out nice and long. That pelvis will shift over those springs as you do, and rise all the way up. Maybe you inhale to press out, exhale to rise. Maybe you've switched that breath. One more. Find your squat. Draw the carriage back into the stoppers. Keep it there. Send the bum back as if you're seating into that chair. and then pressing all the way up. We only have 3 here. Inhale, fold. Exhale to rise. When you found that third, pause at the base. We keep that knee and that ankle right where it is, so maybe take a mental picture, roll the shoulders back, drop the ribs, and press out with that kick out leg, and fold it in. It's like you're skating here, so fold in, exhale, press. Last 2, and 1. Press all the way up to that standing position, stepping off your reformer. Now between sides, we're going to take ourselves to the back side of that foot bar, making sure that you don't have the type of foot bar that lifts up. Now mine is fully in place no matter where I try to drag it. It is clamped in. I have to move these little latches. So make sure you do have the same type of reformer. Hands are on the front or the back of that foot bar. Feet are a little ways under, and we'll send those hips back. Just finding a nice V shape with the bum shooting back behind you. There's going to be softness in the knees, but a gentle pull in the arms. Rock those shoulders just back into their shoulder sockets. Last breath. And we'll slowly come up to standing. Taking those hands onto the foot bar, soft feel. Feet are under the hips, so maybe walking them back. And we're going to find your releve or your lifted heel. Pressing through the big toe mound, gaze is lifted. We press up and we roll down. Like a soft high heel, we lift and lower down. We're looking for something just on the shelf above and we roll down. So instead of drawing forward in that lift, imagine a string from the ceiling lifting you up. And we control on the way back down with that heel landing softly and sweetly towards the ground. Now you might need to adjust your stance, but this time as you lift into that high heel, that releve, folding into the knees and sliding down the imaginary wall behind you. Hold that bar and press it up. So it's a little bit more quaddy or under the thighs, but we keep those heels lifted and go in and out of that releve in that seated position. Ooh. Imagine sliding down a wall behind you. Last one. Rising up, lower the heels. Give those heels a little bit of a ring out, or those ankles a little bit of a ring out. Take that ring with you. Taking that ring where it feels good, outside leg right up against that reformer, inside heel up against that shoulder rest, and I have to do that funky little hop. And we fold in. We stay low. Once we get low, we press it out. And if you want to hop right into those arms, you're more than welcome to. If this side is a little bit less stable, or you're having difficulty with that stable, we'll connect all the way up. Pressing the big toe mound, the pinky edge, and the heel. Every exhale sends that kick back leg back, but rolls that kick back hip forward. So it stays aligned with that outer hip. Lower hip connection, but roll the shoulders back. If it feels good, maybe those arms reach. Maybe they stay right where they are. Last 2 breaths. And you rise all the way back up. Stepping onto that reformer, platform first, always. Feet are parallel. And find what suits for this round. We'll fold in and press up. We're taking it and we're reversing it because we know where we can go. We know where we're headed. We're just reversing the way we're getting there. Folding in. This time, staying low, pressing out and in. How about 3? Once you finish those 3, we sit up nice and tall. And press out into that beautiful V shape with the legs. Equal weight between both sides. Take the tail long towards the back of the heels, and we'll feel those bony landmarks at the front of the hips. Roll slightly upwards. They look forward instead of down, reaching towards the ground. 2. Once you're finished, you will step down with control. Take that ring off to the side and finish today's practice with mermaid. So if you would like the box, you're more than welcome to it, finding your half mermaid. Otherwise, taking your full mermaid, and it looks like so. I will take that half mermaid today, but I'll show you the full mermaid in case that's in your practice. The shin that's closest to the shoulder rest will be up against the shoulder rest. The other leg closest to the foot bar, shin is in front of you. Now, if you were to do this on your box, short box for me, please. Taking it to the front of your reformer. Now, we don't need any drama. We don't need to let it slip off the front. So make sure there's a little wiggle room there. And for me, I know that my box is a little bit longer than my carriage. So I sit to the middle of that box, making sure it's not going anywhere without me or with me. We take one shin closest to the carriage onto the carriage, the other shin and hip in external rotation. It just softens into the hip a little bit more. If that doesn't feel good on the knees or the hip, you can also drape it over. So there's so many options here. Find what feels comfortable. And onto that foot bar that's close to the foot bar. And from here, rolling the shoulders, making sure the pelvis feels nice and settled. If you're in that full mermaid, making sure that shoulder rest hip feels heavy. Arm out to the side, flip the palm, press all the way up and out of the lower set of ribs, fan to the top of the side of the ribs, and inhale back to center. Exhale onto the headrest or that back shoulder rest, reaching up and over. I want you to give that sensation of lifting out of the lower set of ribs. Like there's a beach ball or a barrel that we're wrapping around. We fan to the top set of ribs each time, fanning up to the ceiling, to the sky. And over. This time, pause for a moment. Lifting up and over, and take a nice big inhale through that side body. As you exhale, rotate down. Maybe the hand taps the foot bar. Reaching all the way up on the inhale. One more time. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we rotate the same way. Both hands shoulder width distance apart, so walk those hands. Hips are nice and square, nice and low. Exhale, press out. Inhale, reach the heart up. We're in a light spring here, so you control that spring. Last one. On to the other side. Roll the shoulders. Either cartwheeling or finding your way. Shin rests. And on foot bar just in front of the shoulder as you reach the other arm out. Now if you need to take those hands onto the hips just to guide them down towards the mat, you're more than welcome to. Pressing up and over. Let that top shoulder draw back towards the spine. And rise up. And on that back shoulder rest or that head rest, reach up and over. Beach ball barrel underneath the lower set of ribs to let the top set of ribs fan out. Next time you find the foot bar, we pause and stay. A little Extra inhale to fan at those ribs. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to rise. What is that lower shoulder doing? Let it settle. And just check in with it every once in a while. This time we roll down, hands square, pressing out. And rising up. Let the heart shine. Imagine that sternum or that rib wheel rolling forward and rolling under to round the back. As you inhale, rising up and stepping off your reformer. And that, my friends, was your beginner series, Flow with Short Box. Thanks so much for coming along. Let me know how you did in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.